Alright, time for the last one, all you beautiful people. Time for the very 80s intro. It feels very Stranger Things when I go through this intro sequence.
I think that's enough of that for now.
What?
You're quite fond of this show, aren't you? Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
What?
This place must be starting to feel like home to you. Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually. I'm just in here. Okay, are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Right, Mr. Asian, now are you ready? Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready. This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Asian. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions, James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember. Your mind, it's like a conscious black box. It can show you your memories. Look into it. In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma. We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything, really, to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
It's the only signal.
This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12 19 86 23 04. Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F 12.
What? That's report. This is me. "20F. Fatal accident." That was the ship that crashed. James was injured. We don't know who the second passenger was. Charlie's dead. What? Near head-on. What? Passengers were trapped in critical condition. Driver was dead on arrival. Whiskey. Each question on scene. Oncoming blue. Out of control. Avoid. My sister. Ex-police officer. 20F fatal accident. Empty whiskey. Out of control. Didn't like that one. 20F fatal accident. All caps. I need to see
Find the
this.
signal, James. Listen to the voices.
I'm trying.
You have to face it, James. Finally.
It must be my sister. 7,000 FM.
It's not like it at all.
No!
I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years, and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine. No way he caused this. It's him, this Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
The hell? Who else is here? What else is here? Some horror compilation. this his memory? What the fuck? No. No. Oh god, okay, I thought that was a person. No. 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 Okay, yep, I definitely feel dread.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency room.
What?
The other passengers died in the accident.
My sister.
Giving no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules.
I can absolutely do that. Yep, charge full to 10.
Come on, 100 joules. Charge amp full to 10.
Right. 100 joules. We can do it.
Come on.
100 joules. Where are the 100 joules? Amp is charged.
Can we get this on the screen, please?
There we go, that's what we're looking at.
Clear.
Oh!
No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10.
200 joules. Yes, sir.
200 joules. Keep the charge Clear.
Oh.
at 10. Let's go.
Knocked my headphones off.
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here. A weak signal.
Sounds familiar.
Let's keep going. Increase again. 360. Charge full.
360. Give it to me.
Come on, 360. Hurry.
I'm going.
Clear.
Oh, give it to me. Oh yeah.
Would you look at that?
Seems we have a pulse.
Rhythm is stable. We need to run an X-ray right away.
We can do that. X-ray. How did I run the X-ray? I
Where are we with that X-ray?
charged it.
Let's get it going now, please.
Charge it. There we go. Give me an X-ray, baby.
Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure.
Oh,
Prepare
this
for
sounds
combination.
awful.
Switch on the drill,
Drill.
please.
Yep. Saw that coming. Ooh, I want to see this in full color.
The drill, please.
I know, I turned it on. Ah, there we go.
Mr.
Oh,
Mason,
it's gonna go right in my
you
eye.
made excellent progress.
The side of my head, or something
We need
crazy.
you to stay calm and
Oh,
try to
God.
relax while we go through these next steps. We're
Hello.
going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
Oh god, this is gonna be weird. Ugh. Oh, that was right in my left ear. I have a headache now. No, thank you. This was the scariest one. Oh no. You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner across the main hall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. As much as you'd love to, you promised you'd stay downstairs with the party. They saw the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table, and the party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Maybe later. Dang it. There's the utility room and writing on the wall. Also, Jen is here signaling you. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Happy New Year, 1986, on another banner. Weird place to hang it. 1986 was the code. Oh, the hog was probably what was on the table. She's too far away, and the room is too loud. You push through, apologizing over and over to get to Jennifer. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you are enjoying the party. You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyway, and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. You pour Jen a drink, and one for yourself, too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. You tell her yes, that you have packed everything with plenty of room to spare. Another hug. Your family have really gone out of their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective, and maybe not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at their approving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. You pour and down another drink. Anything to move the night along. You pour and down another drink. Anything to move the night along. Yes. 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 Okay. That's good. The room is full. There's a utility room and writing on the wall. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskeys, ceiling to floor racks. A collector, although he does actually drink them too. There's a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room around you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. You really must thank your dad for the whiskey. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That is one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give a thumbs up to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Busy and noisy. We'll need to find somewhere quieter. You go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, and you make it into the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. What? No. Help. Oh no. Jen.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
What the
I
fuck?
don't want to see him.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I can't drive. Come upstairs. You'd love to call it a night, but Jen is waiting patiently. You know what drive? You need to tell me which. Oh. You sure your keys are in the living room? The living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat on the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. A coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Drinks on coasters like proper civilized people. You can't see your keys. She's totally in her element here. She's always loved being the host. Empty-handed, you're headed back out into the hall. Apparently, they're in the living room. They must not be in the living room. Maybe they're in the kitchen. The kitchen is busy. Way too many people crammed in here, but I guess that's with the food and drink that the guests are like a set of vultures picking at the roast on the kitchen counter. Your dad is locking up the utility room. It's difficult to move around in here between all the people on the kitchen table. It's difficult to move around in here between all the people on the kitchen table. Your dad has locked the utility room. He seems much more at ease now that he doesn't need to guard his pride and joy. Table is a mess. Party food mix, unclaimed drinks, use napkins. No keys though. Ah. They must be in the living room. Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son, off to America. She gives you a hug. home's collection of wines and spirits. Definitely no keys in here. Friends and conversation, jackets and coats everywhere. You search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Haha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She is work in the morning, and no one else is in any fit state to drive. You can handle it, though. You know the road like the back of your hand, don't you? You open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. Cold air hits you. You're glad you have your jacket with you. There's a dusting snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house, and the car sits at the front of the house. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you to maybe use the key in your hand. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opened up the car glove box and handed you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you that it's for when you return. The note is from your dad and reads, "Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get power and lights on. Also found something in the attic for you. It's in your room, enjoy." It's time to go. You try to turn the ignition with sheer willpower despite holding keys in your hand. It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. You turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life. The car squeals but stays stationary. Jen suggests releasing the brake. You very hesitantly release the handbrake. You put the car in gear and pull out the driveway like a first-time driver. You really shouldn't be driving. I am driving, very drunk, on the road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left, of course it's left. You turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you are on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. That's not what really happened, though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you, "Crazy sister." Strange, there's a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it.
James, for fuck's
The
sake,
lights
pull over.
merge with your car. The outside joins the inside. The whole around you begins to scream.
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
Take off the seatbelt. Take off the seatbelt. whiskey in the blue car. Yeah. Yeah. They put it in the car. Classic. Yes. Oh, an army of people. Silhouette. Go to silhouette. As you approach the man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer while the pain in your head increases.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you
It's your
have to
fault,
listen
Jen.
to me. That accident, that poor man, me.
It's your fault, Jen.
You have to remember,
I don't want to.
it was all your fault.
I told you, Jen, it was you. How?
I know what you did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went
No.
headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives.
No.
And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did
No.
the right thing for you and no one else.
No.
Save yourself. Only it
No.
was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it.
No.
Say it, James.
It was all my fault. It was all my fault.
Say
It
it.
was all my
Tell
fault.
them.
It was all my fault. It was
Listen to yourself.
It was all my fault. It was all my fault. It was all my fault.
It has to end, James.
It was all my fault. It was all my fault. It was all my fault.
Do you not understand?
It was all my fault.
This
I understand.
episode you're having must come to an end.
What? Sometimes this thing's wrong. Get out, get out. Oh. Read what they said. Oh. No.
Make it stop.
No,
Make it
please
stop.
stop.
Do you remember?
I do remember. What do I do? I'm freaking drunk.
Stop.
Oh.
The session, Mr. Haitian.
Certainly feels like.
Go back to where we started.